Good morning, Wisconsin. Morning, world. It's a new day. Thanks for kicking it off with us at WFHR. Got your host, James, behind the mic. I am joined by Laura.
Hello.
And Seth will be back with us in a little bit. We'll get into some entertainment news, got some other fun topics we'll be diving into. But it's a Thursday in the 9 o'clock hour. We know what that means. It's time for our Pet of the Week with our great friends from the Southwood County Humane Society. We got Denise in studio with us. Good to see you, Denise.
Good morning. Good to see you too.
Thank you so much for being here. How have you been? How are things going over at the shop?
Wonderfully. They're actually making a ton of progress on the construction. We can see physical change now, which is nice because, you get upset and stressed about all the change, but now it's actually, you can see light at the end of the tunnel. Very good.
So good to hear. Very encouraging to hear.
Thank you.
And with that construction, it can be very noisy and a lot for human beings. Then there's creatures that have hearing like 10 times what we have. Yeah. And so how's it going with the pets and everything? I imagine that's been difficult too.
It has. Most of them are handling it well. We have a couple that, are skittish to begin with that are really not handling it great. And, we're trying to put them in different areas of the building that have less banging and, moving around. And they're doing okay. It shouldn't be too much longer.
A shout out to the team over there and the construction workers and the work that they're doing over there. I'm sure that they're... I've done a lot of construction in my life. I never got to work at like a humane society, so I would love that.
You would have been so distracted. Don't even pretend.
You talk... my father prided me on like never hitting my thumb with the hammer. I don't know. That distraction, I'm not sure. With the animals there, as you mentioned, there's some that have been having a little bit of trouble with the construction and everything. Are there things we can do as a community, ways we can help as far as volunteering, getting the animals out for walks, especially this time of year? I don't know how the volunteering is with that.
Yep, absolutely. Getting the dogs out of the building where they're banging and replacing the ceiling and the walls and things like that help a lot. So if you want to volunteer to come walk dogs or play with cats, things like that, we would gladly have you go on our website and fill out a volunteer application.
And there is plenty of other ways you can help out. Certainly, donations, whether it's dollars and cents, go so far, farther than we could ever really put into words. And I will say, too, that's, I say donation, it's actually an investment. You're making an investment in your community, investment not only in our furry friends and the staff that works over there at the Humane Society, but in a better community, in a stronger community. We've seen this, especially over the last couple of months in this conversation. One of the things I think that is a strong positive that has come out of the conversation over the last 6 months, the past year, whatever, is I'm seeing so many people appreciating the Humane Society, so many people realizing how much if we didn't have them. Kind of thing,
Absolutely.
And it's been great to see, and I hope the staff is feeling some of that too.
Absolutely, every day, and we're so appreciative every minute of every day to be in this community that supports us to such a great extent.
We were talking about the construction and everything, and I believe our Pet of the Week comes up when it comes to that.
Yeah, absolutely. This week we're highlighting Lilo. Yeah. She's a young, we think, shepherd mix. She's about medium size, very skittish. She's a very loving dog. She will jump on your lap and snuggle with you, but it takes her a minute or two to warm up because of the trauma. She was found on the run. As a stray, we don't know exactly where she came from, but she's a very loving dog. If you need a companion, she's good around other pets, but again, would need an introduction.
I love her wide head. She's got a big noggin.
She does. Yeah, and her eyes are like that amber, beautiful brown.
Yes, those eyes. Like even through the picture, you can see those eyes are
honey colored.
Yep, she's gorgeous.
And it seems to be the dogs that can use this kind of attention always seem to have the sweetest faces, the most calming faces. Yes. And it's like, well, if I could just give you a mirror and you could calm yourself down, you're calming me down.
Right, that's exactly it.
Lilo is a lover too. Got a lot of love to give.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. She gives kisses and jumps up on your lap. She's amazing. When she is warm to you, she's good.
And I think that animals are one of the things that we don't talk about very often when it comes to human interaction with them and how much that plays into their personalities. And a dog like this, my fur brother Sam had a very similar background. Yeah. And it took Sam about a week to really lean into things. And some dogs longer, sometimes shorter, but that's not a barrier. That's just for him how it was. Yeah. But once he got comfortable with everything, all bets were off. And the whole run here of the last 7-8 years Marcus has just been a joy. And I've never been around a dog that I've enjoyed more than this dog.
That's so nice.
And so much of it, I think, stems from, I don't know that you can prove this, and I don't think that you can prove otherwise either, though. I really do believe that these dogs have an appreciation for what they have. And have, well, to your point, Laura, we don't know the memory necessarily of what their heads.
No, but there's an outlook that's different in a shelter dog.
Yeah.
There is, absolutely. Because you can see it when they're out of that loud environment where all these dogs are jumping around and they're in your office with the door closed. They come up and they, it's like, oh my gosh,
there's
they can
an
tell.
appreciation.
There is.
Sure.
Agreed.
It's just there.
Yeah.
Fine. Anything else? Lilo, of course, has a microchip and everything that they need there. About 2 years old?
About that, yes. She's pretty young. According to her teeth, as she's had all her vaccinations, she is spayed, and she does get along with other dogs, but again, a little shy, so needs a proper introduction.
Mm-hmm. And that's something that you that you can count on with our Humane Society. We're not going to put a pet or with a family that doesn't work or anything like that.
Yeah. Right.
As much as we want to get every single one of these pets a home. I say this all the time, Denise. I've said it to previous people in the position and everything. I want you bored. I want you to have nothing to do over there.
Yep,
I want that whole entire building empty where you hear crickets. And that's what we're trying to do here. But we don't do it just to get these animals out. We're getting them in the right fit.
The right fit, correct. That's very important.
And I genuinely believe that every animal in that building has a right fit. We just got to match them up.
Yep.
You can help us do that, everybody. Encourage you to reach out to the Humane Society and find out if your new best friend is waiting for you over there. Denise, and any other things? We did have an event coming up we wanted to make sure to touch on.
Yeah.
Yep, in April 12th, that's our first event. It is the Super Spring Spectacular event. It'll be held at Bullseye Country Club, 10 to 4. Stop on down, and we'll have great prizes and baskets for raffle, things like that. Lots of fun.
We love this event. It's been a popular one every year. It's adapted over the years, and I think very well.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it. We'll be hyping that up as we get closer to it on our morning show, and making sure that we get a good attendance for that one. That's going to be a lot of fun.
I'll bring you more information as I get it.
Yeah, good. I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to hanging out again next week. We all want to go with the audience doesn't realize this. Denise has to remind us, look, you can't come with me back to the shelter. You guys have a job to do, because all of us are just kind of like following her to the car like we're dogs. Like, okay, we'll just go. No, you guys got to stay here.
I stand outside the door watching for her in case she brought a dog.
We encourage you to meet Denise and all the good people over at the Humane Society. You can reach out to them anytime. You can email them office@swchs.com. Give them a call, 715-423-0505. That is 715-423-0505. Keep in mind as well, they've got a great Facebook page, and you can stop by at 3621 64th Street North in Wisconsin Rapids. Just keep in mind, probably want to call ahead, just making sure construction-wise and how staff is with the building and all that.
Correct.
As Denise told you, whether it is adoption or it is volunteering, there's a form for you online that you can check out that's very easy. Wonderful website. You can find it at swchs.com. And be sure to not only follow them on Facebook and social media, share the events that they have, like the Souptacular and stuff.
Yep.
And you just never know who might see these things that wouldn't otherwise.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate you, Denise. Thanks so much for the time. Say hi to the staff for us.
Will do. Thank you so much for having me.
And then please say hello to these dogs for me. You make sure to mention them by name.
Oh, I do.
James said hi. No.
I do.
Tell Lilo,
And be listening next week, everybody, for another Pet of the Week with our great friends at the Southwood County Humane Society. We'll be back with more show coming up on the morning show at WFHR. Welcome back, everybody. Morning show at WFHR, locally grown radio. Laura, Seth, and James here with you. They're going to take over the rest of the segment. I'm just going to listen to the song for the rest of the day. Oh, God, I love this song. One of the most underrated Stevie Wonder songs.
Man, there's a few out there, too, but man.
Overjoyed. Stuff. Overjoyed is I think, maybe his most underrated song. Mm-hmm. This is right next to it, though. God, I love this one. We want to send a shout-out to Denise and our great friends over at the Southwood County Humane Society. Learn about all the pets over there, like Lilo and so many greats. Encourage you to do that, everybody. Mm-hmm. Dive into some entertainment news now. And one of the bigger names in entertainment and music, Chaperone, says that she she is very emo going into Sunday's Grammys and posted a heartfelt note to her fans. Quote, "My heart feels warm and fuzzy with all the support I have been given this past year. I hope that you can understand that this has been an incredibly and scary, spiritual, and confusing journey for me.
Yeah.
I've been crying tears of joy and grief and feeling loved and lonely and free. Ultimately, I am grateful for every one of you who gave my music a little spin and showed up to the shows and festivals." She used some other words, but I had to edit real quick there.
Yep.
I did not pre-read that.
Yeah, whoops.
Chaperone added about Sunday's performance, quote, "Just know when I'm up on stage, all I'm really feeling in my heart is love to the queer community, especially those in places where it is unsafe to be yourself." She's up for Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best Pop Solo Performance for Good Luck Babe, Album of the Year, Best Pop Vocal, Best New Artist.
Wow.
I believe she is up for Best Spoken Word. No, she's not up for that, but she's up for everything. She's one of the biggest artists in the game right now.
And
she
it's
is.
well earned. Yep. I think it should be noted that she has described herself as a drag queen performer, and so let's just take a moment and sit with the idea that a drag queen is holding all of those nominations and is about to perform on a large stage and more than likely win a couple of those
I think
awards.
she will, yeah.
What a time for that to be what's happening.
It would be the music industry that would really be on the forefront of a lot of that stuff too. I would think.
Course.
That doesn't surprise me too much. That part of it.
Nope.
What I was surprised by is because I've heard this name and I've heard of her and I've seen interviews with her and seems like a really interesting young lady.
Yeah.
And I find I really have enjoyed hearing her talk. I had not heard her perform. And I hadn't really heard her voice, and I didn't really think about that
very talented.
until she was going to be on SNL. And of course, if she's on SNL, I'm going to catch it.
Right.
So I hear her, and I've mentioned this many times, and I mention it because I think it is important because it never gets brought up. But the 30 Rock stage was not built for music.
Right.
It is a horrible acoustics. And if you hear somebody on there and they're good, like that is really telling you something.
They're like really good, right?
And this young lady goes up there, and I got goosebumps thinking about it, man. Like, I don't have any of her songs on my playlist necessarily or anything like that, but I immediately went down a rabbit hole, and I'm like, oh, I'm looking up her Tiny Desk series on NPR. I'm hearing her perform all this, and it's just interesting. It reminds me very much of Lady Gaga, where at first I see the meat suit and I see some of these things, and like a lot of people out there, I'm like, okay, another pop star. That's cool. And then I hear her sing on 30 Rock on SNL stage. Same thing with Lady Gaga. I heard her on SNL. I'm like, oh my god, this is
super
an incredible
talent.
singer.
Yeah,
She's incredibly talented.
I don't know if other people do this or not. You can do all this and maybe not necessarily be a big fan of the music.
Right.
The music she's doing ain't really my thing. But man, am I a big supporter and a fan of this young lady, of this artist, just like I was Lady Gaga. I don't have any Lady Gaga songs in my playlist, but I'm blown away by that talent.
Yeah.
And I think that we could do a little bit better with this in society, where sports fans especially. Like, just taking a step back from your own biases and your own loves and joys and all that, and just being like, you know what, I'm watching something great right now.
Yeah.
I'm watching something amazing right now.
Yeah.
My kids' are going to be talking about this, and I got to live it.
Yep.
I think we were pretty good about this, like, looking at certain moments in time. Tom Hanks winning 2 back-to-back Oscars, the Bulls going on a 6 championship run, some of this stuff. But somewhere along the way, we have gotten spoiled as a society, and we've gotten to the point where we take everything personal.
Yeah.
And everything is about us. And that seems like the opposite of a working society. It seems like the opposite of what we're supposed to do with entertainment, where most entertainment is for everybody.
Right.
Now, it isn't as Chaperone is certainly doing music for a certain audience, but it isn't just that audience.
No.
It isn't, and she'd be the first one to tell you that.
Yeah.
She has no problem with anybody listening to her music, I imagine, or anything.
I'm sure not.
And that's one of the great unifiers. I see comedy used to be this. I don't know if it is anymore. Comedy used to be the great equalizer.
Yep.
This is why we had court jesters with king and queens and stuff. What was to equal everything out.
Yep.
And it used to do that. It did that for a very, very long time. I don't know if that's the case anymore.
Right.
I think where comedy has fallen off, music has stepped up.
Yep.
Okay.
It's art. It's creativity.
Yeah.
Creativity has always been the solution to that.
Even if Chaperone doesn't win anything, she's already made history by being one of 15 artists to be nominated for the Big Four at the same ceremony.
Yeah.
Album, song, record of the year, and best new artist.
Yes. It's really hard for like best new artists to get all of those things. That's really cool. Yeah.
There are certain topics that we cover better than most, and I think better than anybody. Central Wisconsin News is one of those.
That's right.
I like to think. Nobody is covering local sports like we are.
That's right.
Nobody
one.
is.
Nope.
And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that because I'm proud. I'm proud of our team and the work we're doing. And nobody covers Dolly Parton news like we do here at the morning show.
That's right.
I got back-to-back Dolly stories.
Oh,
the
my gosh.
home of Dolly Parton news.
Holy cow.
Back-to-back Dolly stories. I don't know why I'm getting so aggressive about that. I don't know what that was. I don't know. Especially, I'm talking about Dolly Parton. I'm like the least aggressive person there is.
We need to send some of this to Dolly and see if she'll come and say something to us. That'd
even
be
if she
hilarious.
just sent us like an email.
Oh, my God. That'd be awesome. Anyway, sorry.
Top 5 interview of people that
exactly,
I have most people have a bucket list. I have a bucket list of interviews I'd like to do, and that's all Carl's fault, by the way. It's all Carl and making me do Midday Magazine and everything.
Oh, there you go.
Dolly's in the top 4, top 3, I would say, of people I would love to interview. The other night, Dolly Parton revealed that her new musical will be making its world premiere in Nashville, and during the announcement, she also got to talk about how crazy the audition process has been.
Oh, boy.
Dolly said, "You would not believe some of the stuff we got. We've got some absolutely great people. We had drag queens. We got all kinds of people playing Dolly." And she even said that with some people went a little too far in their auditions. Dolly said, you get to do that at nightclubs and across the street. I bet being a casting director during the worldwide search for Dolly was pretty wild as well.
Yes.
And I really appreciate that the people behind this, and a lot of it is Dolly herself, are incorporating her in this. Like, I don't know why that doesn't happen more often when we're making movies and films about people.
Really should be talking to them more, guys.
Because on both sides of this, there was about a year ago or whatever, there was the Amy Winehouse movie that came out, and her family had basically nothing to do with it, and it bombed horribly. It did horrible. People shredded that movie. Even Amy Winehouse diehards shredded that movie.
It was an awful movie.
You've got careers like that are not bouncing back from that, like the actors and people involved in it and everything. And then you have like a complete unknown, this Bob Dylan movie, that people that cannot stop raving about the performances and everything. Well, Dylan didn't have anything to do with that.
Yep.
Like I think on both sides of it, I think both things could be better, incorporating, I don't know, the people that it's about.
Yeah, it's a devaluing of primary sources.
Put a lot of thought into this one, and I thought, hey, they're going to make a movie about somebody. Basically, we should incorporate that person.
It seems like common sense, doesn't it?
It really does. Really feels like it. And good news for Tennessee. Dolly Parton, of course, as I mentioned, just announced the world premiere of Dolly, an original musical. It will take place in Nashville this summer before heading to Broadway in New York City in 2026.
Makes sense.
And I think 2 notes here. One, for those that don't know, I think it's kind of interesting how this is every Broadway show. I should say every big name Broadway show. They do this as a kind of a warm-up for the cast, for the crew, also to see how audiences like it.
Yep, out of town. What corrections or things they might want to change about it before they get to Broadway. Yep.
And maybe this is just the romantic in me or whatever, but I love that this is a throwback to vaudeville. This is a throwback that we still do in theater. Even Broadway, as big as Broadway is and has gotten, we still go back to our roots with vaudeville and everything and touring companies and making sure that...
It's the best part.
Hey, if I want people to come to New York to see this, I'm going to go to Chicago. I'm going to go to Vermont. I'm going to go to these other smaller
we gotta
areas.
Get the word out.
Yeah. Without this, I would not have gotten to see Nathan Lane and Bebe Neuwirth in The Addams Family at the Chicago Theater.
Right.
It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. I've grown up loving Nathan Lane and understanding how well and how talented that man is. And not until you see him in person do you realize.
Oh, I believe it.
This is one of the one of the best overall entertainers I'll ever see.
It's so cool.
Like I had to stop studying and just be a fan for a second and all that. And as great as he was, Bebe Neuwirth, who everybody knows as Lilith from Cheers, and because she's such a great actress, that's all you really remember her from and everything, because she's so good and she's so memorable as it. But you see her as Morticia. And it took me a second because I immediately went back there. And my God, that woman is amazing. Complete 10 on every level. Singing, dancing, acting, everything. Just incredible. So that kind of stuff doesn't happen without these things.
Right.
Now, that usually happens, like I mentioned, Chicago. It happens in Houston, Cleveland, some bigger cities. That she's taken this to Nashville. Certainly, obviously, the connection's there.
Right.
But the connection's there.
Exactly.
Like that's pretty
That's
cool.
the point. It's like a love letter to her home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like we talk about artists not forgetting their roots, and I give credit to it all the time. Then there's Dolly Parton. It's a whole other category.
She is not only. I mean, she's kept everything she's done in Tennessee.
Yep.
And she always goes back there. That's her rock.
Home.
That's her home, and she brings things there like this.
Dolly
that's
World.
the thing. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's.
They mentioned in the
It's
article here
remarkable
how big this is for Nashville because NYC, LA always seem to scoop these major premieres.
Of course.
And Dolly was not having that. Quote, I am Tennessee born and raised, and Nashville has been my musical home for over 60 years. So this is the right and perfect place to present the world premiere of my life story as a musical.
100%.
Right here in Nashville at the beautiful Belmont University's Fisher Center.
Yeah.
She's right.
Dolly's musical will only be running for a 4-week limited engagement. Premieres begin on July 18th, and opening night is August 8th.
So cool.
Wow.
And I want it to be noted as well that as an actor who tried out for this role and did not get it, I still promoted it. I still promoted it very highly. And I think that's a credit to me as a human being.
No, it's true. You're so selfless.
I should also note that I appreciate
ridiculousness of that.
We got local theater we want to touch on, and our great friends over at Central Wisconsin Area Community Theater, CWAC, have Clue coming up.
They do. Clue is on the way.
It premieres tomorrow. It goes until February 2nd. Then they come back for the 7th and the 8th. It'll take place at the Century Theater at 1800 North Point Drive in beautiful Stevens Point. I encourage you to get your tickets. Buy local support the arts. CWAC.org is where you can find these tickets.
Yep.
If you are a fan of the movie, you are going to love the play. As I would say that the original Clue, the movie, is in my top 10 comedies of all time.
Right.
I love that movie. I cannot tell you how much I do. I could quote it right now. I could stand up and do every line Tim Curry did in that movie.
Oh, no.
I just love that movie so much.
Don't let him do it, though.
It's a perfect cast.
No.
It's a perfect comedic
Yeah,
cast.
it's one of the best.
It's incredible. The play, 1,000 times better.
It's like seeing the movie for the first time again when you see live theater. It's just what it is.
I encourage you to support our great friends over at CWAC with this one. Get your tickets at CWAC.org. And keep in mind, locally, our great friends over at Wisconsin Rapids Community Theater are celebrating 50 years.
Yeehaw.
And they got some great ways that they're doing it. They've been doing it all year long, all season long. And they have a really, one of the things that we love, and we're going to talk a lot about their main stage shows in the next couple of weeks. We'll have the cast on. And we'll be talking about Arsenic and Old Lace. Encourage you to get your tickets for that. But I did want to take a moment to just focus on Tiny Beautiful Things, a play directed by our good friend Mystique McAmer. This is going to be premiering tomorrow at 7 o'clock, and it'll be on the main stage.
Yes. Yes.
That is noteworthy. That is very noteworthy.
It's very cool, yeah.
This is based on the book by Cheryl Strayed, and it's a wonderful adaptation of this too. It's a heartfelt one. It's going to pull on you. And
It's very emotional. Very emotional.
In all the right ways, I think.
Yep.
Check out Tiny Beautiful Things, premiering tomorrow at 7 o'clock over at the main stage at Wisconsin Rapids Community Theater. We'll also be talking about Silver Foxes next month and some of the other great things they got going on.
Yeah.
And before we go to commercial break, I just wanted to send a real quick shout out to my new best friend. Wow,
he's so fickle.
No, it's okay.
I am a working actor, and I got to take that. I got to take it wherever I get. No,
that's true.
David, I'm sorry, Nathan Deming joined us yesterday on Midday Magazine. Nathan is a writer, director of the new film February, and he is a local. He's from our area. He's just from a little ways.
Just from Toma,
He's from your
That
neck
is
of the
not
woods.
where I'm from. I just lived
I'm sorry.
there.
I'm sorry. That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. But David, I'm sorry. Nathan was on with us yesterday. I'm just got a lot of names running through my head.
Right.
And I'm excited because I'm really excited about this film, this premiere. It is premiering here in town. This Sunday.
This Sunday, yes.
This Sunday, you can check out a free screening over at Rogers Cinema. February. This is a passion project of his. This is something he's hoping to do every month.
Oh, really?
And really give not only a great original story, but a love letter to the state of Wisconsin and to so much of the beauty that we have in this state. It is a great story, along with a lot of representation, and not on levels that you're familiar with, but levels that I don't think you are as well. One of the things that this is about too is trying to get more films here in Wisconsin.
That's cool.
Years ago, me and many others here in town got the opportunity to be a part of No Names, a independent film that not only helped me get my SAG card, but gave a lot of people a chance to do something that they didn't have to go to L.A. or New York for.
Right. That's right.
Around that time, the movie Public Enemy, starring Robert Downey Jr. was
Johnny
Depp was also being filmed
throughout Wisconsin. Yep.
I, like many people, had an opportunity to maybe be an extra on that. They pulled a lot of locals, and they do this for every production. Vince Vaughn, years and years ago, made a real push for this in Chicago. Talked to the politicians there and was like, hey, we got to change this. Why should L.A. and New York and Houston and all these places get this when here in the Midwest, we're not doing enough films? We got tons of films that take place in the Midwest, but you don't film them here. You film them in Canada or something like that.
Right.
So he works on this, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 you see The Dark Knight, you see all these movies that are filmed in Chicago now and going forward. Wisconsin could have that money. I'm going to be blunt with everybody here. That's an economic mistake.
Yep.
That is an economic, just as big of a mistake as not funding the arts, which Wisconsin has finished last in the union in this year.
Yep.
The arts are money. The arts are lower taxes. Like, if I can't get you on the artistic level or just caring about this stuff or just wanting to be entertained.
Let's talk economics.
Let's talk economy here. You've got every state around us taking advantage of this.
Right.
And it's hurting our state.
Yep.
And how great would those things be right now when our northern cities are hurting so bad?
Right.
Does anybody have any confidence this is going to change? That next year we're just going to get hit by tons and tons of snow, or it's going to get better going forward? We need that money. We need that. Whether we're talking about legalized marijuana and growing that for our ag industry, or we're talking about movies and TV shows being filmed in this state. This is for the future of our state. This is so this state has population in it. This is so this state continues to be as beautiful and strong as it's always been. Wisconsin is on the forefront of the purple movement.
Yeah.
We are something that most states look at us and are like, wow, how cool is that? They have their cake and eat it too. We have red and blue sitting next to each other. We have red and blue working together to where we are a purple state. We are the face of this. Let's not be the face of, well, yeah, but did you see their economy?
Right.
Did you see how bad they're doing in this and this and
Why
this?
is everyone leaving Wisconsin?
Yeah,
Where are the young people going?
Well, and you'll never convince me that we don't have everything we need to have more than one movie studio in this state, in Madison, in Milwaukee.
Oh, absolutely.
In Green Bay, in Eau Claire.
Guys like Nathan Deming are at the forefront of this. Let's support his work. Let's support the work that's going on. And you don't even got to travel far for it.
No, you don't.
You got to go right over to Rogers Cinema.
Yep, that's right.
Rogers Cinema having a free showing of this coming up this Sunday at 1:30. Be sure to check that out. And I don't get to do this very often. Shout out to Rogers Cinema.
Yep.
Yes.
Shout out to Roger
for
Cinema.
doing
They're
that.
doing something right.
We appreciate that and appreciate that. You can find out more about Nathan's work by going to februaryfilm.com, and encourage you to follow nathandeming.com. nathandeming.com. So buy local, support local. That includes the arts, everybody.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. We got a news break coming up, sports. We're going to check in with our partners. We'll have all that coming up. And when we come back, we've got a fun one lined up for you. It is the most popular rock band tattoos.
Okay.
Coming up on The Morning Show. Welcome back, everybody. Morning Show at WFHR.
They call me Dr. Worm. Good morning, how are you? I'm Dr.
This has to stay in the bumpers. Has to stay in there. I don't know if that's my favorite of theirs, but it's up there.
It's up there. It's one of my favorites, yeah.
It's such a good one. I don't know what it is when I was a kid. Dr. Wu, this one, like songs with Dr. Ma.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Something about it. I don't know why.
I have not done a Seth Faces the Music about doctors yet.
Ooh.
So I should probably start working on that one.
A little, little mental note.
Yeah.
In the back there. And we're talking music right now. We're talking rock bands. And actually, the other day we were talking talking about rock band T-shirts and the expense of them. Melissa and I were going over, the most expensive rock band T-shirts and stuff, and some of those kind of classics and everything. So, kind of sticking with a similar theme, rock band inspired tattoos.
Yeah.
Now, I should say I don't have any of these necessarily, but when I was, if I was able to, when I was younger, I would have gotten a Miles Davis tattoo. I have
wow.
I had in my head his signature.
That'd be
I thought
cool.
it'd be cool
yeah.
to get his signature somewhere.
Yep.
Just a big back piece. No, I'm joking.
I have one. I have a band tattoo.
But you do, Laura. Yeah,
I do indeed. I have the Keywork logo from the In Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth 3 album by Coheed and Cambria.
Yeah.
All right.
And so,
yes. Maybe it's 4. Either way.
And
you should know your tattoos, Laura.
It's the albums.
I played They Might Be Giants in here as a thing because I know, Seth, you don't have any tattoos.
Nope.
But if you were to get one, even a stick-on one, maybe this would be the.
It would be a TMBG one,
something like
for
that.
sure.
It would be Dr. Worm.
Yeah.
Well, and this is just as popular as band T-shirts is getting a band tattoo. I don't know if there's anybody who has made this more popular than Kiss and the Kiss Army tattoo.
That's fair.
That's a good one.
That's certainly one of the biggest, if not the biggest one in the game.
Yes.
When it comes to it and everything. I've seen this where my first really big show I went to was seeing Kiss at the Kohl Center when they came back with the 96-97 tour. And of course you see a bunch there. Well, like 3-4 years later, I'm there with my buddy Steve, who is in the Kiss Army and has a Kiss Army tattoo.
Right.
And we're standing in line waiting to see Anthrax and Pantera or something like that in Milwaukee, and Steve had a sleeveless shirt on, and somebody sees his tattoo and immediately shows theirs, and like 5 minutes later shows theirs Kiss Army tattoo, and and I cannot tell you how different these people were.
Right.
Like, one of them was an older lady who I didn't even know what she was doing there, but it's just
hey man,
they're
rock
a
and roll.
popular thing. Yes,
I have
rock
had
and roll
a
has no
very
age.
similar
that's right.
experience at Coheed concerts. They are the logo tattoo I have is in no way an individual experience. A lot of people have this same logo.
Very cool.
So what rock band has inspired the most tattoos? Well, it might surprise you to learn that it's Pink Floyd.
Okay.
I
get
can
that.
handle that one.
And that's according to a new study that used Google searches to compile a top 10. There are an average of 13,000 searches per month for tattoos of related to or inspired by Pink Floyd.
Wow. Now, what would you choose? There's a lot of different images associated with Pink Floyd. I'm trying to figure out what people would use for that. That's interesting.
Prism.
I don't know where I would put this. Is a good one.
That's probably a lot, yeah.
I don't know
The
where I
Prism.
would put it, but you hit it on the head the other day. One of my favorite album covers of the man on fire and the man just standing there shaking hands.
Yes.
I think that's
Wish
what
you
I'd
were here.
get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I would get. I don't know. I don't know where I'd put it though. I don't know.
Exactly. I don't know.
I mean, I may be tall and lanky, but I really don't have a lot of space. There's not a whole lot working for you. So here are the complete list, and we'll start. We got your number one in, so we'll just go right down from there.
Okay.
And I did not pre-read this, and you can tell because I'm almost disgusted by Guns N' Roses being at number 2.
No, that checks out. It's the right crowd. You got to think about the type of person who's a really big Guns N' Roses
You're right.
fan.
You're right.
They're the impulsive tattoo crowd.
Let's think logos here. They have a perfect logo.
It's true.
For a tattoo
yeah.
as well.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
Yep.
So the thorns and the, I mean, it's just perfect.
Or even like the skull with Slash's hat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep, that one too.
For all this stuff that gets made fun of like boy bands and how they're not real, quote unquote, real bands, that a producer puts these guys together and makes them a band or whatever. Guns N' Roses is very similar to that.
Right. In a lot of ways, yes.
Very they for everything that Motley Crue or some of those bands were, where it was very just grassroots. These guys just got together,
organic, right?
Organic,
Found them in a newspaper. Yeah.
There's a lot of that, and I'm only saying that because it's a credit to Guns N' Roses. Like that, it was actually. I get disgusted by this not because of Guns N' Roses. I'm
Because
a big
of Axl Rose.
because of Axl Rose. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He's not a fan.
He's a dope.
I like
Yep.
every other member of that band, and there's a couple of their songs I like. So I mean, I don't know.
There you go.
Rammstein comes in at number 3. Maybe not a household name, but
Not a shocker, though.
Yeah.
Not at all.
because that's a very intense fandom too.
Yes, it is,
Yeah.
and that's worldwide. They have a worldwide following. So,
Yeah, that's a big one. Speaking of intense fandom, album correction, it was Good Night Apollo, I'm Burning star for. Thank you very much. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of people that were upset with you on that.
No, I believe it. I believe it. I would specifically like to
yes, don't wanna
apologize
get
to
that one
Travis
wrong.
and Claudio. My bad.
I think I think that's actually a really good note about the worldwide part of this. We are talking about Google searches, not just American Google searches.
It's all over the world, yeah.
Metallica comes in at number 4.
Again, no surprise at all with that one.
Nirvana at number 5.
Yeah, that one maybe a little bit
surprising,
more.
a little
It's
bit,
so
yeah.
high because they haven't been a band, well, obviously for decades now. So
Well, and to that point, Pink Floyd still being like they're not just at the number 1 on this list; they are by far and away.
I'm sure they are. Yeah, that
over
makes sense.
3,000 searches more. And
Wow,
everything.
that's amazing.
Linkin Park comes in at number 6.
No, that sounds right. The
Yep, very
LP
popular.
logo, that's a really popular
Yep.
tattoo.
Slipknot, same type of thing with the logo.
Yep, the Slipknot logo is
Yep.
another really popular one.
21 Pilots comes up here. Now, one of the newer-ish bands. Not that they're new. They've been around for over a
No.
decade, I believe.
But 21 Pilots fans are like very 21 Pilots fans.
Wow.
You know what I mean.
I've played, I believe, on Seth Face Music, I played one of their songs. I
Really?
believe I have played one, yes.
Yeah, that's enough.
Iron Maiden comes in at number 9. Now,
good.
is Iron Maiden the one with the mascot?
Eddie?
Yes,
Eddie.
Eddie.
Yes,
Eddie.
they
That's
have
what I
Eddie the
thought.
mascot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yep.
So I got to imagine that Eddie's got to be one of the
Eddie's,
biggest.
Sure,
Eddie's
yes.
up there, yeah.
And again, great logo, great marketing.
Yes.
all of these bands, whether you like them or not, incredible marketing.
Yeah,
incredible
absolutely.
marketing. And at number 10, Tool.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Everything we've already said.
Phallic wrenches are going to be a popular
It's
tattoo.
a big one. That's a big one. There's and I'm curious how are you out there? Do you have any band tattoos? Do you have any?
Or is there any you want?
Let's
Yeah, that's
talk
a good
about
one,
'em.
too.
See, so I do have one other band tattoo I do want to get, and it's so Brandon Boyd, the lead singer of Incubus, is an artist also, and I would like to get. He has a sketch of a flower he did that I would like tattooed upon my person somewhere.
That's cool. That's not quite a band tattoo, though. I wouldn't
But
quite.
they don't really
it's associated with
Incubus
it, but
doesn't really have a logo like that.
yeah.
It's not a bad
That's
one.
cool, though.
I like the
appreciate
idea.
it.
Miles Davis did a lot of painting
He did.
late in
Yeah.
life, and there's a couple of his, like there's one in particular sketch that I really like that I think would be really cool.
Yeah.
That I'm along my arm, but my arm's already kind of covered, so
Right.
I can't really do that one. But maybe actually. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I want someone to call up and give me like a soft rock band that they get
Yes.
a tattoo. Like
Yes.
I will show you my bread tattoo. You know, Hamilton, Joe, Frank, and Reynolds. Yeah.
I've got an America tattoo.
Look! They take off their shirt. They just turn their back, and it's a big Loggins and Messina. Just a
Absolutely.
big, just both
Huge,
of them,
huge.
both sides. Just Loggins, big diehard Loggins and Messina fan.
Just a beard. That's all it is.
I will see this, and I will get a Steely Dan tattoo. I get a,
Oh, no,
See,
that's
now
fair.
that one is
No, that
one's
one's
good.
fair.
You can go with that one,
just
man.
get a black cow. I get a
You
black
get a
cow.
black cow?
Solid.
Literally just a
Yeah.
black cow.
Man,
See how many
I'm
people do that.
surprised that we didn't get Led Zeppelin on that list
That is a
Yeah,
little surprising. I'm with you on that
because
one.
they
or,
have logos.
or the Rolling Stones mouth. You know,
Oh,
with
yeah.
The
that's
lips.
the lips.
Yes,
Or even
yes.
AC/DC. Not that I'm a fan, but that's another
No.
one where
So, yeah, what's going on, you guys? I know there's big fans of those bands out there. What's
Come
happening?
on.
Where's your tattoos?
Yeah.
What's going
where's
on?
your tattoos?
Show us your tattoo. Oh wait, no,
don't
show
tell
us your
us.
tattoos.
Don't. Not all of them.
This is
Don't
how we
want
get
some-
canceled, you guys. This is how we're.
There's a line. There's several lines.
We will go ahead and take a quick time out before we get in more trouble. And we'll have some more fun when we come back. We got some local events touching our schedule and plenty more coming up on the morning show. Laura, Seth, and James coming back.
I'm coming home, baby, now. I'm coming home now, right away. I'm coming home, baby, now. I'm sorry now I ever went away. Every night.
Welcome back, everybody. Morning show here at WFHR, locally grown radio. Seth, Laura, James here with you. Thanks so much for joining us. I want to send a big shout out to our listeners out there calling in, listening in. Thank you so much to every one of you, best listeners in radio. A big shout out to Denise and our friends at the South County Humane Society, and of course Lilo. Good girl, Lilo. Good girl. Good girl. We say
man.
shout out to all of them and all of our friends over at the South County Humane Society. And I want to remind everybody, we're always looking for a good sponsor for that.
Yes.
Give our front desk a call, 424-1300. Pam will put you in touch with Ashley and get you a part of the team. We have one salesperson running 2 stations here.
Yep.
I do not think it's understood to the audience how much work she is doing and
Yes.
how hard she is doing it.
Yes.
We'll greatly appreciate that work. We got some great relationships in this area. We've also had some that were tested in recent years, and I'm very proud of this community and the people that reach out and want to talk to us and find out more and everything, and not just listen. Don't just take the information handed to you, but do some homework on this.
And we encourage you to keep doing that.
Yeah. Thank you to
We're
everybody
here to
for
take
doing
your
that.
calls. We're here to take your emails.
Yep.
We're bigger than nonsense. We're bigger than noise. And we're about information. We're about facts and really finding those out, whether we're talking about the news or we're talking about local news or we're talking about just things happening here in the town and in our areas, whether it's here, Nakusa, Port Edwards, wherever it might be. And to that point, we're going to get to some local events going on. But before that, got to touch on our schedule. And boy, we got a good one lined up for you. Stick around. Matinee on air coming up. Going to be a good one, too. No Greg this week, right?
Yeah,
No
he's on
Greg this
vacation
week,
right now.
Yeah. Good on him. Good man. Greg has earned that.
Enjoy your break, Greg.
He works 2 shows. I mean, come on. Yeah.
But you'll have Jane. Oh, that wonderful voice of Jane.
I love Jane.
Perfect mind of hers. Go ahead and check that
absolute
out.
queen.
Yes. Stick around for that. They'll get you ready for the noon hour. You've got Maggie Dawn's show from 2 to 4. Maggie's just been killing it. Just
Another
been doing an
queen.
amazing
Good
job.
Lord.
Love the voices we have here at Civic. We're so fortunate.
I don't know if she actually calls them that on the air, but Maggie has parts where she says her hair's on fire segments.
Yes.
I think she should actually start calling them.
Yes.
It really should be a labeled thing. Either way, shout out
So
Maggie
entertaining,
Dawn.
so
I
entertaining.
love Maggie Dawn so much.
We will have a great midday magazine lined up for you. Join us from 4 to 5 Monday through Friday. In part 1 today, we're hanging out with our 77th Alice in Dairyland. Haley Heitzel going to join us.
Nice.
We're talking potatoes.
Woo!
Oh, boy.
Ooh, wow.
boy.
Wow, Laura was excited about that
They're
one. Yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite ingredient.
That's going to be tough for me.
Potatoes are awesome.
Yeah.
I agree. Potatoes are the best.
awesome.
James is just going to have to accept that.
And we're going from potatoes to cranberries because in part 2, we're talking with Allison John Jack, Cranberry Outreach Specialist.
My third favorite ingredient.
Wow.
Looking forward to that.
How about potatoes with cranberries? You got any recipes for that?
Maybe a potato bread, but outside of that sounds awful.
That doesn't sound very appetizing, does it?
Yeah.
Unless it's like Thanksgiving when you got the mashed potatoes. Ooh, that might work. I think if you put like all of them together, like the turkey, yeah.
Just like a dab of
I just figured it
cranberry
out.
on top of your
I
mixed
figured it
plate.
out.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I get you.
Stay tuned, everybody, for our new segment, Laura and Seth Talk Food.
Yes.
It's coming up.
Make ourselves hungry.
Laura and Seth plan leftovers.
Yes. It's coming up. So there is a segment there. I think.
There
There's
might be.
actually
I don't
a segment about that. I want to remind you as well that a little bit later today at 6:05, the Greg Gard Show. I mentioned this yesterday. It was going to be interesting to see how they came out of this Maryland game and taking in a loss. And not just a loss, but all these starters from Maryland in double figures. Like, that's something that Gard ain't going to sit well with.
He's not going to be happy about that. Yeah.
I mean, listen, curious to hear what Coach says today at 6:05. Be sure to join us for that. I want to remind everybody of our quick look at our weekend schedule. We'll have a Playmakers back for you on Friday from 5 to 6. We'll lead you into Wisconsin men's hockey taking on Minnesota. That one at 6:30. And at 7:05 on our sister station, 105.5 WIRI at 7:05. Lincoln High School boys hosting Wausau West. Randy, Seth, and Mike going to have that one for you. Looking forward to it.
Some more high school basketball action for everybody.
Support your local athletes.
Got lots coming up in February too, so stay tuned.
Got some great local things going on here. Laura, I want to start with you because these are coming up.
Yep, I've got a couple of events happening at McMillan Memorial Library, I believe, right? Yes.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, so the first is an adult coloring club called Cool Colors. Thursdays from 10 to 11 a.m. They meet in the training room. So if you're an adult and you feel like coloring with a group, get on over there. And on Friday, January 31st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the studio at McMillan Memorial Library, they will show you how to make a book pocket pillow. It's kind of cool. It's like a little throw pillow with a pocket in it for like your remote and a book and a pen. It's kind of cool.
I really want to do that.
Check out the website for that one. I believe they have a limited number, and you have to sign up for it. So make sure they're still open.
Space is limited, and registration is required. So head to McMillan Memorial Library's website. Yeah.
That's going to be pretty cool. Seth, we also wanted to remind everybody about this because the deadline is right around
tomorrow,
Yeah,
as a matter of fact.
yeah.
Tomorrow is the deadline to get those veterans cards to the Wisconsin Department of Veterans Affairs facilities that they hand out every single Valentine's Day. Get those in today or by tomorrow, so they have time by the 14th to hand them out. They ask, of course, do not include any candy, food, or snacks for these due to allergies or dietary restrictions. Send them to Wisconsin Department of Veterans Affairs. Attention, Veteran Valentines, P.O. Box 7843. That's P.O. Box 7843, Madison, Wisconsin 53707. Today, tomorrow, are the last chances to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Encourage you to check that out, everybody. And, of course, our Winter Farmers Market.
Coming up on Saturday from 9 to 1 at the Wisconsin Rapids Moravian Church, 310 First Avenue South. It's been hopping lately, everybody. Go to their Facebook page. Check out all the vendors that are going to be there. We had plenty this last week. We had fry pies there. Just throw that out there. Lots of people coming in. When I was there, it was great to see. Let's keep it rolling, everyone, from 9 to 1 on Saturday, the Winter Market at the Moravian Church.
And as Seth mentioned, keep in mind you can find those vendors on their Facebook page.
Yes,
Be
on
sure
their
to go
Facebook
check that
page,
out,
yep.
everybody. We got a couple world good stories we're going to wrap up with. The BBC did a story about a guy in England named Donovan Shears who got his first cell phone in 1998 when he was 18. Texting was brand new back then, so he texted hello to a random number just for fun. And he got a text back from a woman named Christy. And he ended up marrying her.
That's fantastic.
They got married.
That's fabulous.
4 years later, they have 2 kids now, age 6 and 9. I'm sorry, the romantic in me, it's still in there.
That is
it's
so
still
cool.
in there.
Wow, 1998. There wasn't that many people that text 2 back then.
No, there wasn't.
That's hilarious. What a great story.
And talk about a real bright side story here. A guy in California named Brian Stanley lost his eye to cancer when he was 6 years old. And he's going viral for making a prosthetic eye that's also a working flashlight.
God.
He joked that it's for showing instead of seeing. He described himself as a real-life cyborg.
Can you imagine how disconcerting that would be? All of a sudden his eye lights up. Oh!
No, but that's the way to do it.
That's cool, though. I love it.
If you lose a part of your body, you get an upgrade. That's the way to do it. Why are we just settling for replacements?
Science fiction has told us this.
We're getting into a weird area here.
Yeah.
Laura was like cyborg.
No, I'm
Curious.
fully on board.
And sign up for the WFHR newsletter, whether you are a cyborg or not. We want you to sign up for that newsletter.
Especially if you're a cyborg.
WFHR.com. Get on over there, sign up, and tomorrow around noon, you'll be getting today.
Today at noon.
I got my
In a
days
couple of
mixed up.
hours.
Yeah.
Just in a couple of hours, it'll be there for you. Great show today, you two.
You too, man.
Be good to each other out there. Talk to you soon and later, right here.
This is locally grown radio. WFHR 1320 AM, W248DE, Wisconsin Rapids. And always streaming on the Civic Media app.